So, choosing a college, it's less of a journey and more like being thrown into a giant maze, am I right? It's supposed to be exciting, but let's be real, it is incredibly stressful. So today, we're going to map out the most common pitfalls to help you find your way through it all with way more confidence.
I mean, have you ever felt that? Just completely buried by the sheer number of choices, all the conflicting advice, this immense pressure to make the one perfect decision? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. It's a ridiculously complex process, and it can absolutely feel like you're lost with no clear path forward.
But hey, that's exactly why we're here. Think of this as your map. We're going to shine a huge spotlight on all the common traps and dead ends. The mistakes that trip up so many people so you can chart a clear path to a school that's genuinely the right fit for you.
All right, so let's get into it. The first big hurdle, what I call the trap of perception. This is where the whole process can go wrong right from the get-go. It's all about that external noise, all the opinions, the rankings, the pressures that can really steer you in the wrong direction before you've even had a chance to look at the facts.
And this noise, it's everywhere, isn't it? You've got those endless school rankings telling you what's best. You've got the glossy brochures that honestly look more like a five-star resort ad. And then there's that constant social pressure to chase a name-brand school. And of course, let's not forget all the subjective reviews and rumors you hear from friends or see online. It's a lot to tune out.
Okay, so here's the big shift you have to make. Basing a decision this huge on things like prestige or social media buzz, it's just plain risky. Instead, you've got to ground your decision in objective, reliable data. We're talking about things like graduation and retention rates, the actual net price you're going to pay, and what happens to students after they graduate. That's the solid foundation you really want.
Okay, so you've managed to tune out the noise, you're ready to focus on that objective data, and then bam, you run smack into the second trap, misinterpreting the numbers. This is a huge one, and it's where so many families get steered off course, especially when it comes to the money.
And seriously, if there's one number you need to just burn into your brain, it's this one, net price. I want you to forget that giant scary sticker price you see on the college website for a second. The net price is what your family will actually pay after all the free money, grants and scholarships, is taken out. When it comes to your budget, it's the only number that really, truly matters.
And look, the danger of mixing these two up, it's huge. That sticker price is often super intimidating, and it causes so many families to just immediately rule out fantastic schools they think they can't afford. But the reality is, the net price is often surprisingly affordable, and it's the only way to find out if a school is a true financial fit for you.
And it's not just the price data that's tricky either. Misreading the admission stats is another classic pitfall. Like, a university might have a 50% acceptance rate overall, but for their super competitive computer science program, it could be closer to 5%. It's a whole different ballgame. And you gotta know the difference between test optional and test blind. Optional means you can send scores if you want. Blind means they won't even look at them. Getting these details wrong can lead to a really unbalanced college list, and frankly, a lot of disappointment you just don't need.
All right, so we've navigated the external noise and the hard data. But that brings us to our final trap. And honestly, this one might be the trickiest of all, because it's the most personal one. It's the trap of fit. We hear this word all the time, right? Find a school that's a good fit. It's great advice in theory, but what does that actually mean in practice? It's got to be more than just liking the pictures on their Instagram feed, right?
Yeah, a good fit is so much more than just a vague feeling. It's about a bunch of concrete, real-world things. It's about what daily life is really like for students. It's about whether they have good mental health support available, understanding the true level of academic pressure, even digging into the curriculum within your major, because a business degree at one school can be totally different from another. And at the end of the day, it's about finding a place where you can feel a real sense of belonging.
Okay, and I know what you might be thinking. This is a lot. If looking at all of this just makes you feel completely paralyzed by all the choices, that's totally normal. In fact, think of it as a good sign. It's your cue to just pause the search for a second, look inward, and figure out your own priorities first. When you know what matters to you, comparing schools becomes so much easier. All right, so let's pull all this together. We've identified the three big traps: perception, numbers, and fit. Now, let's put it all together into your actual map out of this maze, a clear, simple path forward. So here it is, your 3-point checklist. It's that simple. First, look beyond the hype and the fancy marketing. Focus on that hard, objective data. Second,
Dig into the real data. Understand your net price and your actual admission odds. And third, define your own version of fit. Figure out what you personally need to thrive.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The entire world seems absolutely obsessed with finding the so-called best school. But what if that's completely the wrong question? What if the real goal, the only one that truly matters, isn't about finding the best school out there, but about finding the one that is absolutely 100% the right school for you?